Hey.
All right.
That's not the button I want to hit.
No, you want to.
It is a button I always want to hit, but.
Yeah, I mean, I've been called dumb once or twice in my life. Yeah, buddy, we live out here. We're live. I got my best haircut, looking clean. Me and Lamb are actually physically live on Twitch right now, but this is a good little podcast we're going to do today. We got some fun information, some fun stories. Some new sound effects. We got some new segments coming.
I know. We're going to try some things out. We're going to see what sticks to the wall, see what's out there in the world, see what the people like.
See what the people are enjoying, see what you guys want to listen to. I have let's start with some shout outs. You got any shout outs right now?
I do. I'm going to shout out my sister, Genevieve.
Genevieve.
Her birthday was Friday.
How old did she turn? 21?
29. Last one.
Last one before you're old.
Yep. It's all downhill.
Really? You're already old. You just don't know it yet.
Yeah.
That 1 year's not going to help you.
Yeah, it's the last one you think you're young is really what it is. It's not the first one of being old. It's the last one you think you're young.
You already got your own
I could do this. No.
You already got your own health insurance, your own place. You're old.
Yeah.
So that's a good shout out. And then, like I said, if you guys are new, if you're still listening in, but you haven't heard yet, me and Lamb do go live, so you guys can actually follow us along when we go live. I'm sure a lot of you guys don't have this app, but the app is called Twitch. It's just a live streaming service. You jump in. We're under the 2 Dumb Idiots, number 2. And that way, if we ever go live like we're doing right now, you can just jump in and you can be part of the conversation. You can type with us, say hi to us, recommend things you'd like to talk about, make fun of my haircut, whatever you want to do.
I recommend making fun of his haircut.
That's right. So if you haven't been told, I have not cut my hair since the beginning of quarantine.
He embraced it
on purpose. I said I'm just going to let this thing roll. I've never had the chance or the excuse to let my hair grow completely out of control. So I'm doing it. So today I'm rocking a little bit of a different do. We're going to try and mix it up. Today I kind of got a little bit of a hair everywhere Ace Ventura vibe going on. That's what I would call it. Is that being nice?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'd call it unique.
Unique. I like that. Eclectic. You're random. You're special. But let's get into it, man. We got some good stuff going on. Actually, have you done anything during this quarantine that you would never do normally? Have you let something slide? Have you done an egregious amount of something?
Well, working out has slid horribly.
Interesting.
Comparatively.
Okay.
But I was just the haircut thing made me think. Have you ever left the house not realizing you pre-quarantine that you hadn't done your hair? And you had to go somewhere. I've had this happen to me once on the way to work.
That's true.
I stopped to get something at the gas station. I was running late, and for whatever reason, hadn't done my hair, and it looked terrible. Like I'd been electrocuted.
Yeah, for sure. I do have a thick head of hair. I'm blessed with that. None on my face though, so that's how my genes work. I got it all on my head, none on my face. So I think that's God. He gives you one or the other. I firmly believe in that. For me. I can only think of once one time I showed up to work, I hadn't done my hair, but that exact same day, I also forgot my shoes. So I think that day it was just an actual mess. I got there, I had dress pants on, a collared shirt, a tie, flip-flops, and no hair done. So yeah, it was a mess for me. I just slid into my office and tucked my feet under my desk and hope nobody ever saw me for the rest of the day. Yeah. So that was the day I never left my desk. All right, so what do we got today, man? We got some
things on the internet, apparently.
Yeah. So we're going to do a segment now from now on because it seems like the internet can't miss. The internet every single week provides us with some level of humor. You're probably a memer. You're probably somebody that looks up funny videos, whatever. We're trying to bring you the same stuff you've seen all over the place, but some of the stuff just deserves a little bit of debate, a little bit of hashing out. So we got some good ones, some good pictures we want to laugh at with you. Let's jump it off.
So we're gonna call this, I don't know. We'll take suggestions.
Yeah,
for now we're gonna call it
the best shit on the internet.
Idiot internet. Maybe.
Internet. Yeah,
internet idiots.
Yeah, internet idiots. I like that.
Yeah, we're the internet idiots.
There you go.
Right now. And what do you want to talk about first?
Let's jump right in with IKEA.
All right. So you think IKEA? What could be interesting about IKEA right now? That's where you're wrong. So right here we got this.
Read it out loud for the folks on the podcast.
So, man arrested for putting fake arrow decals on the floor of an IKEA and creating a labyrinth with no exit.
That is hilarious. If you've ever been to an IKEA, you know that they have arrows guiding you through. For me, I've only been to IKEA twice, I think, maybe even once. And I found the arrow thing to be extremely frustrating. I think some people probably like it. I hate it.
And it's also designed to make you go through everything, even though if you're trying to go to a specific section, you can't like cut through.
No.
Except they have like some rooms you can just like cut through and stuff like that. It's pretty interesting.
It's a weird setup. It actually, and I'm not gonna say it's not smart. Like they got something figured out with it, like kind of keeping people in the store. But for somebody that like knows what you're about, I'm trying to get in there. I needed like a trash can or something the first time I went in, and all of a sudden I'm 2 floors in, and I feel like I'm just lost in this maze, and I was annoyed.
So this reminds me of the thing that you told me about, the or maybe I told you about, but the soap opera, quote unquote, that was filmed in an IKEA.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
the IKEA. There's something about it that makes it a really unique store. Like you couldn't do this kind of filming anywhere else, right? Like there's something about an IKEA that's random. So yeah, if you can see this picture, it doesn't matter. It's just this guy, and he's literally just taking arrows and put them on the floor, and he's just created this enormously annoying labyrinth. So everybody's got to work their way through and never find.
And you come back and you're like at the beginning, and you're like, God, what the hell?
I know a manager because I've been a manager before. I know he's the one that dealt with all the guff, and I feel bad for that guy. You know, he's like, oh, how could you guys do this to us? You got a store where their arrows are pointing all over the place, and how's he going to explain to that guy that he didn't put those arrows down?
Well, apparently some jabroni came in here and did this, and we were unaware that was a thing.
Sorry about that. Yeah, so that's a great story. What else we got here? We got
well, you know, the weather. Luckily, it's been reasonable temperature most of the time.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So we got.
I do love a good news fail, dude.
Yeah.
I like with it because
as long as I like a happy news fail
for sure. Yeah, I don't want to see about. Yeah, but I mean, now that we actually do this and we're required to kind of sift through the internet, find the good stuff, chop it all up, get the graphics ready, put them on screen, you can understand where if you're doing it every single day, it's just fraught with opportunity for error, right?
Yeah, like there's so many times, like right here, boom.
So on this picture, if you can't see it from home, it's just a weather forecast. It's all the way through the day, 8 a.m., 10 a.m., 12 p.m., 2 p.m., 4 p.m. And as you can imagine, the temperature rises, 58, 65, 70. But I guess it was some kind of typographical error.
Just type 2 sevens. It's simple.
Yeah, just 2 sevens instead of at 2 p.m. And now it says it's going to be 774 degrees. And somebody captioned with, forget the virus. We're all going to die at 2 tomorrow. And I actually got a real chuckle out of that because they can't see this green screen she's working on it, right? She can't see that. And I imagine in her head she's already...
I mean, there's a monitor down there where she can see it, but it's not like she looks back and sees it.
Right. I would imagine...
So, and you're just reading off a teleprompter probably too. Like, a lot of it's not freewheeling like when you're doing the weather. Though, like, it's all written.
It's all ready to go.
She might have a monitor to make sure she's like standing in the right spot, but you're not like actively looking at the map.
No. So for me, like I said, I've actually, and when I was in high school, I did this. We were we had like a little program you could be on the TV and everything. It would be hard for me not to say that. I think they're probably trying to be professional, and she probably skipped over it. But it'd be really hard for me not to look over and be like, and now at 2 o'clock, you guys are going to want to get inside here.
Yeah,
it'd be really hard
run the AC a little extra.
yeah, it's getting a little hot in here. Still says 1, so I don't know. One of us is messing up. But anyhow.
Probably you.
Probably me. Always me. What else we got here on the internet? We got, what else did we see today? We saw, what is that?
Oh, that's this guy.
Yeah, I do want to see that one.
All right. So, came across this article. For those of you at Starbucks app have the thing, you know, like they got that gold star or whatever they do, like points and stuff like that, and you get a free drink every now and then. Mm-hmm. Apparently, there's no limit to that free drink. I was unaware there was not like a limit to this free drink.
Like how much you could spend on that free drink.
As long as it's a drink they serve, they'll give it to you for free.
Now, I don't know this for sure, but I assume that's because they changed their rewards program. It used to be like you got these really simple points, and I think even like my roommate used to say you could get like 6 or 7 coffees and you get a free coffee. Now he said you got to save up like 120 points to get a free drink, and I think like every dollar you spend or something is a point. So he said, it kind of only ends up rewarding the people that are ordering the cappuccino lattes,
things,
right? So he said for me that goes in there gets like a regular $2 coffee, it kind of screws the coffee drinkers Yeah.
Even though you go more often.
Right, they go more often, and the whole place is about coffee.
Yeah.
You're the one that actually ends up getting screwed. So that's kind of funny to me.
So this guy decided his whole entire goal was to try and get the most expensive drink he could possibly figure out how to get.
Mm-hmm.
So he went in there and worked with them. It says, he went in there with the barista and worked with them. So he's not just trying to be a dick. He's just he's doing it for, for a bit of a giggle.
Right.
So I had to pull up on here the actual receipt. I zoomed in a little bit. But so this guy, first off, brought in a 128 ounce glass. For those that don't know, that's a 1 gallon glass.
Classic 1 gallon glass.
So I'm assuming that's basically a flower vase at that point.
I would assume so, yeah. Yeah, I can't imagine that's. Hey, we got a host.
Hey, look at that!
There
Somebody's hosting the stream.
There we go.
So he starts off with a good old fashioned. It looks like vanilla bean mocha frappuccino.
Classic.
So
That's 2 frappuccinos mixed together, by the way.
maybe it's the most expensive frappuccino. I don't know. I don't know what
It says
the rule
white
is.
mocha on there.
So he added 60 shots
Oh
of espresso to this thing. 60 shots. Then he has mocha he added, extra mocha drizzle, caramel drizzle, protein powder, which I didn't even know was an option at Starbucks.
I didn't know that either.
If that's a thing, I might have to start going and just be like,
I know they
I'm
have smoothies, though. Maybe that's
yeah,
okay.
maybe you can get like a protein smoothie. I don't know. A hazelnut drizzle, and let's go. And then he just used his manager reward at
So allegedly, this drink would cost what, $60?
$54.75.
54. So he made a drink. I assume just for shits and gigs, like you said, that would cost Starbucks $54. I'm looking at the receipt here, and so are you. $40 for 60 shots? Is that what that says?
Maybe 48.
48, something like that.
Yeah.
That
75 cents a shot, an extra shot.
And
I
I
don't
know that there's people that go in there and get 3, 4, even sometimes 5 shots, which just makes me want to vomit. As somebody that can only barely drink a little bit of coffee without getting all. But I look at that and I think, if somebody actually tried to do that, you don't think that they would draw a line in the sand?
If you're the barista, no. If
Yeah.
you're Starbucks, yeah.
Yeah, if you're
but that's what I'm saying. Like, it depends if there's like a manager on duty at that moment or something like that. They might be like, hey, wait a minute.
Yeah.
But if you're working there, you know, like you said, Tony and Malcolm both worked at Starbucks, and they something like this they would have jumped on.
Maybe. Or
On the right day.
Right. Maybe
Yeah.
the right day. I was going to say, it depends on.
Wrong day, they're gonna this gets dumped on somebody's
Right, I
head.
was just say customer service. Now, honestly, though, for me, if I'm working in a Starbucks and some dude comes in and say, I get a free drink, I want 60 shots of espresso. My initial thought is like, I'm gonna get in trouble for making this drink.
Yeah.
That would be my initial problem. Like, look, man, I hear you. Like, you should be able to get anything you want, but I can't just pour you a gallon of milk. Like, right, like where's
At what point is it, like,
where's the
too
line in the
much?
sand, right? Like, you can't just yeah. So it's like, okay, I'll take 100 shots, and I'd also like 6 gallons of milk. It's like, this is not a grocery store.
Yeah,
Like,
you can't just like take it home. Like, I'd like a to-go giant 87-ounce coffee.
They should just cap it at a normal price. Like, what's the most
$20?
That
Even.
is outrageous. There's
I'm
no way.
saying even $20 is ridiculous.
Outrageous. If you had to get a $20, you'd be what? Looking at that draft, you'd have to be at least 20 shots.
Something like that. Yeah,
nobody's
20
drinking 20
shots of and all the drizzles and all the things. So-
Nobody's drinking 20 shots. So I'm saying the most you could have somebody drink. I think I've heard somebody make like a 9 shot.
Yeah.
So that's it. What we're looking at, like $1.50, $1.25, something like that a shot.
No, less than that. They're less than $1.
Less than $1.
Because you're getting 60 of them
60,
for 48.
Okay, so yeah, so less than $1, 75 cents maybe a shot. So this guy gets 9 of them plus the drink. You're looking at maybe 10, 11 bucks.
I'm saying, yeah, maybe $15.
That's the max. After that, we got to cut you off, dude. Look, I understand it's unlimited, but you can't just be. That'd be like if they were like, hey, if you eat at this salad bar every day of the week, you get one day where you get unlimited.
And
then
just
you
showed
roll
up
in with
a garbage bag.
a wheelbarrow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Taking my to-go. It's like, yeah, bring your own to-go bag, and you just have a wheelbarrow.
You just strap your truck to the
Yeah,
side of it and just
yeah,
pull that son of a bitch
like,
out of there.
That's mine now.
You guys said unlimited, so they just take like the front door with them. People start pulling booths out of their out of the restaurant.
I own this Sizzler now.
Yeah, so
All right. So on that note, favorite all-you-can-eat place?
I like anything that has crab legs. So let's just start right there. If it has crab legs, of any kind of Vegas buffet, any kind of buffet that has seafood, I'm 100% in. To be honest with you, I don't want to go somewhere if it's all you can eat and if it doesn't have seafood. Because I don't even know what I would load up on.
Opposite because
Really?
I don't eat seafood
Oh,
really.
okay.
So
So
it's
yeah,
like,
here, tell me what you got.
We went to a Vegas buffet, all of us, for my birthday last year, and it was very nice. But it was like maybe the seafood was the star of the show, and I missed it. But it wasn't as much like as I wanted it to be. Like I'd almost much rather go to a lower tier thing and just get like cheaper food and just know I can just like murder it. Like,
yeah.
Like, and all
You
can
don't
eat
eat
like
crab legs?
No. I mean, I've had crab and it's fine, but it doesn't do any, like, it's not like, doesn't
get you wound up like it gets everybody else wound
No.
up. That's crazy to me. Shrimp?
Shrimp I like, but that's about it. Like, I don't like regular tuna. Like, I'll eat canned tuna fish.
Clams?
I'm like, no.
Oysters?
No.
Lobster?
Again, it's like
I think
thing.
crab's way better than lobster. Okay, what about like actual like? Okay, so you've had crabs. Have you had like the big? Like
I've had in Maryland, like living in Maryland, I crack them open, eat them. Like,
Right.
And I've eaten it. And
what about
it's
like Alaskan
fine.
snow crab legs?
Probably not. Because again, it's like it's $1 to like value ratio for me. I'm not gonna like drop $20-$30 to try something I might kind of just
That's interesting.
not like.
Yeah, that's crazy to me because it's like it's almost like taught that you like seafood, right? Like from a young age, it's almost like this is expensive and you're gonna like it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay.
Lobsters are delicious.
Yeah.
Eat them. They're expensive.
I think
And
I think
like,
lobsters are good, but I definitely would rather crab meat every time. 1,000 times out of 1,000, I would eat crab meat over lobster. I do like shrimp. I like pretty much like every single thing on that list that I just gave you. Like I said, if I'm gonna go to a buffet and they don't have it, they don't have any seafood. It better be a $15 buffet.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
I'd much prefer like a $15, like you go to like a Chinese food buffet or something like that, and it's just like a ton of stuff that you're gonna enjoy, but it's not like that crazy. Or like I love like a good old Korean barbecue.
Yeah, I do like Korean barbecue. Now they have an actual Vegas. They call it Vegas Seafood Buffet here in Glendale, in Los Angeles. They have, like I was talking about, crab legs, all that kind of stuff, and theirs is actually pretty reasonable. I think during the weekdays, if you go at night, it's like $19.99. I think the weekends like $21.99. If I'm eating all you can eat anything and crab legs are included, that's a steal for me. That's completely unbeatable. So
I mean, to me, I'm like, yeah, $20, something like that. That is like prime, like
100%,
prime price point for me. Just knowing I can have a variety of foods at that price.
Yeah,
like because you go to like a reasonable like restaurant, $20 for sure.
I'm saying if I went to a restaurant and I said I want 2 pounds of crab legs, they're gonna charge me $40, or $50, or something outrageous. So I don't know. All right, what else we got here today? We got we got all sorts of good boxes here. Shoot, we got. Oh, you know what? I'd like to do that actors thing. To be honest with you,
Oh yeah,
I do. I'm curious. See if the crowd agrees with us here.
the crowd.
All right, so I saw this on the internet today and the other day, and I actually thought it was a pretty good. Yeah, go for it. I thought it was actually a pretty good discussion. So somebody put up a picture, and it was 12 actors. I don't know who that bottom right one is. Maybe you do.
That's what's Marlon Brando.
Marlon Brando. Okay, so you
Young
got Samuel
Marlon Brando. It's kind of hard to tell.
Yeah,
it's young Marlon Brando.
So yeah, he is. He's young. He's got his hand over his face. So they had 12 actors on the board. Really well-known actors. And it said if you were going to start your own movie, who are the 3 actors that you would want in your movie? So on the list, it was all males, but it was Samuel L. Jackson, Al Pacino. Oh, sorry, Al Pacino. Robert De Niro, Dustin Hoffman, Johnny Depp, Jack Nicholson, excuse me, Denzel Washington, Al Pacino, Morgan Freeman, Tom Hanks. Oh my God, I forget this guy's name. He's from Gangs of New York.
Daniel Day-Lewis.
Leonardo DiCaprio, and your boy
Marlon
Brando. So of those people right there, everybody on there is outstanding. For me, I can immediately discount a couple.
There's a few. All right, we'll play an elimination game.
Okay.
Who you vetoing first?
I mean, I have to at least go with number 1 or number 12, which is Samuel or Marlon Brando, only because I'm sure Marlon Brando was great in his day, but I've never seen anything with him in it, and I don't even know if his acting style would translate to today. Maybe it probably would.
He was also horribly known for refusing to remember his lines. They would have to put him everywhere. They would literally like write him on like a diaper of a baby in the scene.
So he's out.
Like,
I can't be doing all that shit. Who do you got? Who you getting rid of?
So you got rid of Samuel L. Jackson, and
I'll
take Marlon Brando.
That's
first?
fine. Yeah.
All right.
Now Samuel L. Jackson. People are like, "Whoa, what are you getting rid of Samuel L. Jackson for?" On this list, I don't personally think he belongs. That's just my personal opinion.
Yeah.
And this list, this is, in my opinion, really...
Samuel L. Jackson's great in and I think this is where most of my eliminations are going to come, is Samuel L. Jackson's very good at a specific role.
Right, and he's good at, but I don't think he's strong enough, in my opinion. Or, I shouldn't say strong enough, that's not the good word. I don't think he's diverse enough to carry a whole movie by himself. I don't think so. I don't think he's particularly funny. I don't find him particularly challenging in the sense like he doesn't ever bring me to tears or make me emotional. He doesn't ever stir up anything in me one way or the other. To me, that is, there's something lacking there. I think he's very outspoken and alpha, and he's got a great voice, and he's got a great presence, and all of that's very, very good. But for me, I don't know. I'm always just a little bit less than impressed with Samuel. He gets like this huge hubbub, and I don't always get it, man.
All right. So we got 2 down.
Yeah.
Now, I feel like at this point, I have to decide what kind of movie we're making.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah.
Like, I feel like we keep it as simple as possible. It's a drama.
It's a drama.
No comedies, nothing
These are pretty drama.
Yeah, we'll say it's a drama. Do we want to get into like?
I think it's a drama, and I think that, I don't know. I'm just kind of feeling it like almost like a. What was that? What was the movie where man? I'm trying to think. What's the movie with the Leonardo DiCaprio? They came out a few years ago where it's like a bunch of good actors and The Departed. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking of where they could
ensemble kind of
an ensemble cast where they could play their roles and we could kind of cast them in anything. They might be required to be a little jovial, a little crazy, a little funny, whatever.
All right. So how many are we going to try to get down to?
3.
Okay.
3 actors in a movie. You got limited budget. You got to cast these guys. So we got Samuel L. going, Marlon Brando going. For me, I don't know if we're cutting next, but I would kind of get rid of Dustin Hoffman. That's just me.
Okay.
I like Dustin Hoffman. He's in a lot of movies, actually, in roles that maybe people don't always see. He does a nice job. He's quietly, most people don't know, he's in Hook. He plays Captain Hook with Robin Williams, and he's good. Like he's not good. He's great. He's super talented in there. He's unbelievable. Outside of that, though, there's only really a handful of movies that I would say, man, Dustin Hoffman was good in that movie.
Yeah.
I mean, Rain Man.
Yeah. I'm going to go the same kind of thing with Jack Nicholson.
Okay, wow.
Like, in the last 10, 15 years, has he really put out anything?
He's in The Departed. He's in, I don't know if you count Anger Management. Is that too far out?
Like, I mean, those are...
Yeah.
But he's playing like a...
He's also got some... He's got like a bucket list, right, with Morgan. He's also got some other ones where he's like kind of like, I don't know what you would even call these, rom-coms or something. I think he does a couple rom-coms. I will say this. If we take out Jack Nicholson, that's fine, but I don't think it's because of talent. I actually do think he can play everything. I actually do think he can play a lot of
right now he just doesn't seem to be interested in it.
I'm going to be honest with you, the same thing for me. I don't know about you, but I don't know if I want Morgan Freeman in it.
I mean, unless I need somebody to like
play God,
play God, or like narrate this movie.
Right, that's kind of where I'm at with Morgan Freeman. I think he's great, but I don't always find him to be particularly,
especially now.
Right,
like years ago, some of these movies that he was really.
I've seen them all. I've seen Driving Miss Daisy. I've seen them all. I've seen a lot of
the one he was in. He was
Shawshank Redemption.
Well, but I was thinking he was in a couple like cop thrillers at some point that were pretty decent.
I'm not saying so I'm not saying he's a good actor, but I would also, and this is not being rude, if you're really picking, I would never go up to somebody and say Morgan Freeman's a bad actor. I would never say that. But if somebody said who's better, then that's an opinion, and my opinion is he's not as good as some of the people on this list.
I don't think he's as versatile.
Correct. So, all right, so he's gone. So now we've got rid of Samuel, we got rid of Morgan Freeman, we got rid of Marlon Brando, and we've got rid of Dustin Hoffman. So left we have Robert De Niro, Johnny Depp, Denzel, Al Pacino, Leonardo, Tom Hanks, and Daniel Day-Lewis. Yikes, dude. That is a tough list.
It's going to get tougher and tougher.
It's going to get narrow. It's going to get tough.
Honestly, I got to go Johnny Depp.
I 100% agree. That's exactly where I was going to go next. I love Johnny Depp, but I don't think he belongs on. I don't know if this list.
I just feel like any of the really... Like, he's definitely tried to do some really, really dramatic stuff, and it doesn't always play as much. Like, he was in that, like, one where he was like a Boston mob guy or something
Oh,
like that.
yeah, I know
and
what you're talking
it
about.
just didn't.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think what I do really like about Johnny Depp is he gets to do things that most actors really dream of. And I mean that by saying, like, he gets to play 40 different roles. I mean, he's played Willy Wonka, you know, he's played a pirate, he's played a murderer in what is the glass? What's that one? The Last House, not the Last House on the Left. I can't remember what it's called, but it's like a cabin movie. He's in there. He's a writer, and a Secret Window, I think is what it's called. Secret Window. He's played everything, and I actually really respect that. I don't think people understand how difficult it is to play that many different characters. So I really respect Johnny Depp. I just, again, for my movie, I don't find him always hilarious. I don't always find him his drama to be particularly, like you said, really that pulling either. All right, so next. See, I'm going to get crucified for this, but I don't know.
I think I know who you're going.
I think...
If I had to guess.
No, it's below that.
Wow.
I actually, like, I know I'm going to get hit for this, but I think Daniel Day-Lewis is good. People are already like, what? I think Daniel Day-Lewis is good. But I lose respect for people when you come out with one movie a decade. If you're that talented, bro, then get in a movie, dude. Like, I don't know what I don't.
And
like,
he only seems to do vehicles where it's him,
right? And I think that's cool. I'm not. So he's very talented, but I also just from that garner that he's probably a little difficult to work with, or he's very picky.
Yeah.
I don't know which one it would be.
Other than maybe Gangs of New York, name a movie he was in like an ensemble cast. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just.
I don't know. There's that oil one that I can't think of.
Yeah. There Will Be Blood.
There Will Be Blood.
But I'm just saying, like...
but There Will Be Blood, I would never watch There Will Be Blood again. I've seen it one time, and I was like, it's okay, but I move on. Even Gangs of New York I really like, but again, it's a really long movie.
Yeah, he doesn't do a movie that's like an hour and a half either.
So for me, it's like, I like that, but that'd be like if an athlete every now and again jumped from like half court and dunked it. And he did it like twice a year, but the rest of the time he was kind of a ghost. It's like, he's the one of the best players ever. It's like, well... He's good, but
he
he's
can
not
do things other actors can't. I'll give him that.
But he's not. I don't. In my opinion, he doesn't do enough to separate himself from some of the people on this list.
Yeah.
Like I'm looking right now, and like Tom Hanks is in a movie every 4 weeks, dude. You know,
Yeah.
Denzel Washington is everywhere. Al Pacino's everywhere. You know what I mean? Robert De Niro's everywhere. These people take everything and they challenge themselves all the times. If you don't only want to pick up a script and you only want to play the absolute best movie that ever comes out in that decade. Yeah, dude, that's your style, and I would love to be able to be that guy and work once every 5 years. But for me,
it is weird because he always only plays like a movie that like potentially wins an Oscar.
For sure, and I'm saying for me, if you're an actor, you're clawing at the bit most of the time to get out there and show people your talent. It's like golf. My uncle used to say, like every now and again when I was a kid, I'd be golfing, and I'd be texting my uncle all the time. I really want to play. Can you take me? Can you take me? Can you take me? And he used to tell me, you got the bug, man. Like that's the only thing you're thinking about. Acting is like that sometimes. When you're really in a zone and you've hit multiple roles in a row and you're nailing it, you just want to keep rolling. You're itching for a new script. If he's not itching to get out there, you know what I mean? I don't know. So anyway, let's move on. Let's not bash Daniel Day-Lewis because he's a beast.
Yeah, that's the problem. It's like I'm
not bashing.
by any means saying he's bad.
But I got to get rid of somebody. All right, on this list next, who is there anybody on here that's really bothering you that's still up? Because I think we're going to disagree on one now. So we got left. Let's go. Who we have left. We have Robert De Niro.
Yep.
Denzel.
Yep.
Al Pacino.
Yep.
Leo.
Yep.
Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
So we have 5 left. So we can get rid of 2. That's actually not bad. We can get rid of 2. So for me, I'm torn between. Ooh, wow, that's really tough. I'm torn between Leo, Denzel, and maybe Tom Hanks. I don't know, man. I'm way playing favorites with Robert De Niro and Al Pacino. I can't have both of those in the same film. they play whatever the same role is. I like Al Pacino more than I like Robert De Niro.
Me too.
Okay, so we'll keep Al Pacino.
Yeah.
You want to get booed out, Robert?
I was actually going to say, like, I give Robert De Niro a lot of credit.
For sure.
For being able to, he has expanded as an actor.
Wow.
He was pigeonholed early on in these, like, super intense, super dark roles.
Yeah.
And then, like, really just kind of branched out to like what was the
Meet the Fokker. I mean,
what
Meet
was the one with him and Zach
Oh my
Efron?
gosh, that's movie.
Bad Grandpa.
Bad Grandpa's so funny, man.
Yeah.
He's so funny. Damn it, now we're really. I agree. I know he's
But
really funny.
But we've decided it's a drama,
It's a
and
drama.
it's an ensemble cast.
And
so.
he's really talented. And again, he's actually shown that he has comedy chops. He's got serious chops. I like Robert De Niro, but honestly, Al Pacino has at least when I watch a film, Al Pacino to me has had more roles that I've been like, wow, he rocked that role, or wow, he blew me away right there. I mean, I even think of
like the coach in Any Given Sunday.
oh, he's unbelievable. There's that scene. I think what's the movie called? It's not called SWAT. It's the one where they train. It's with him and
It's not Heat either.
No. Oh yeah. Wow, he's good in Heat too. No. He's it actually is with a really another famous actor that I also can't think of, and now I'm gonna have to Google it because it's actually gonna drive me crazy. What's the actor that if I could figure out the actor, the other Colin
Farrell.
Colin Farrell's in it as well.
That might be SWAT, honestly.
No.
Well, because Colin Farrell's in SWAT.
I know. It's actually funny that they wrote in that. It's not SWAT. I don't think it's SWAT. It is. Let's take a look here. Man, this is gonna drive me crazy until I figure it out. I feel like somebody at home is just screaming it. I can always hear people through the mic, you know.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Don't you know what it is? Yeah, SWAT's got Samuel L. in it. That's not what I'm talking about. I don't think so, anyway. He is The Recruit.
Oh yeah.
Okay, if you haven't seen The Recruit is awesome. The Recruit is a really great movie. Al Pacino, Colin Farrell. Colin Farrell is trying to become like, you know, basically like a narc, a spook. You know, he's trying to become like one of these deep in undercover guys, and he just really blows it away. Al Pacino's character in that is so deep, so awesome. So I'm gonna keep Al Pacino. He's in. So now we get down to Tom Hanks, Leo, and Denzel. Now this is tough because I think Denzel alone could be almost any main role I would need. Personally, I think there's nothing in my opinion that Denzel can't play that would bring me value. But I think that's the same can be said for the other two, which is Tom and Leo. So
I gotta go. As much as I love Tom Hanks, he hasn't done like a really dark
No, that's true. He doesn't
drama probably since Philadelphia.
That's true. That's very true. All right, so we got it.
Yeah.
So we got Denzel, Al, and Leo. That's who we're staying with. That's
now,
a cast.
All right, so now we got to pitch the movie.
All right, the
What
movie
movie is? Now, in my head, instantly Denzel's the bad guy.
Ooh.
I like a dark Denzel.
Okay,
Like
I would
Training
like.
Day, like
Yeah.
but like gone bad, but for the good reason.
Okay, I like that.
And then
Al Pacino's maybe the
Al Pacino was retired and had to come back, like he was his mentor.
right, but he had to come back and help
help-
out the new guy,
yeah,
Leo. Leo's in here. He's a new guy. He's smart. Leo's quick and got all these new tricks of the trade. He's savvy with technology, you know.
Ooh, no, I feel like Leo's like new to the the police force, but like was in the FBI, like has all this like secret background knowledge.
And Denzel is he doesn't matter. He's bad. He's evil. He's trying to steal something.
But for the good I like it for a good reason.
Okay, so
like
he's a bad
something
good guy.
happened to turn him bad.
Like what's that movie with Gerard Butler in it, where they kill his family and then he goes back out and I cannot come up with a single movie today. Gerard Butler, Jamie Foxx is in this movie.
Oh yeah,
yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't
yeah.
seen it, go see it. Gerard Butler, Jamie Foxx, and then he kills his family. And Gerard Butler says, "All right, well, you kill my family, and you guys aren't going to do anything about it." He just goes on a rampage.
Yeah.
And just starts killing people. So kind of like that, maybe.
something like that.
Okay,
Ooh.
that would be good. Honestly, has Denzel been in a movie with either of those people? I can't even think of Denzel's being in a movie with any of these people. Tom Hanks?
I don't assume he's been in a movie with Morgan Freeman or Samuel L. Jackson.
You would assume, but I can't think of one off the top of my head. That's awesome. That was a fun game. That we should do that more often because I actually, looking at this picture, I immediately can think of like 3 other different combinations I'd like to play.
Yeah, we can use this picture again. I feel like we should pitch 3 best.
Yeah.
Like buddy cop.
Like so, if let's say you needed it to be lighthearted. Who's your 3 real quick? If you needed it to be a little bit funnier.
A little bit funnier.
Then I'm taking Jack Nicholson.
Tom Hanks.
I'll take Tom Hanks, Jack Nicholson, Tom Hanks, and maybe
Morgan Freeman.
Maybe Morgan.
I can see Samuel L. Jackson being in that.
Yeah.
Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp could be funny in that one as well. Yeah, I agree. Johnny Depp could be really funny in that one. I agree. Let's come back to this one because I do like this one. All right, what else we got here today? Do we have anything else on some good news this week?
Not really.
Not really.
We got your dog. We got your
Yeah, I hear you.
bowls.
All right, what else we got? We got dude, we got our sports thing going on, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna do a little segment here for now on because we don't want to do just a whole broadcast of sports, but pretty much every week there's some really cool stuff going on, at least with athletes and/or sports. Oh my God, just close up. I just saw my hair. It looks ridiculous.
It's getting worse.
It's absolutely getting worse. So, gosh, I hope you guys can see this. I'll post a picture. But yeah, there's always kind of something going on in sports, and we don't want to dig too deep. And we actually really might start a subsection for this show because we do understand that sports, video games, there's certain things that people are either 100% in or they're 100% out. It kind of feels that way. But for most people, there's at least some interest in sports, so we want to do a segment. But we'll try and keep this one surface level, and then maybe we'll break it down a little bit in our separate segment. Yeah, let's get the sports thing on. The goalie drops back, catcher punch near the rim, slam, dunk, touchdown.
Sports ball.
All right, that's our new introduction for sports because we really know what we're talking about here. So when you get that slam dunk, you get a touchdown. Everybody knows that. So this week, some lighter news and some serious news. The lighter news I thought was really funny. So a female who is a boxer was blood tested and actually came back positive for some illegal substances. I think it was some kind of testosterone or something that she wasn't allowed to take, some kind of performance-enhancing drug. She countered and I guess appealed to the governing body of the boxing association and said that the only reason I tested positive for this is because my boyfriend or husband is also an athlete and he takes all these pills. So by having sex with him, that's how I got it. So that was her defense, right? And at first, I think most people were probably sure.
Yeah,
right?
on the most surface level, you're immediately like, yeah, no.
Yeah, that's not what happened, right? But she took it really seriously, and she had it tested, and she pushed it, and they were forced to overturn it this week and say that, yes, they were actually able to prove that the only reason she had the substance in her body is because, putting it lightly, her boyfriend put it there.
I will say, though, one thing, I don't know how much you know about, like, testosterone replacement therapy stuff.
Zero.
Okay. But a lot of it is a cream that you put on your body and absorbed through your skin.
Okay.
So theoretically, if that's how he was taking it, if they're just like bodies are in contath,
intertwined in the many positions of the Kama Sutra.
Yeah. Page 7. The preface.
Yeah, the walking alligator.
Yeah. That to me instantly is way.
It's way different.
Way different. If it's absorbed through the skin, you're like, oh, well,
that's probably how it happened.
Yeah.
But I do think every time we see an athlete get in trouble for something, it almost feels like, to me, it almost feels like they're trying to one-up each other with, the excuse on why it happened.
Do you think you would try and, have a built-in excuse?
Nope. If I really was cheating, I would already become to terms with the fact that I'm cheating. And if I was like, yo, if they come out here and show my blood, I'm like, you got me. Because I just think you look stupid.
I just imagine, the reverse. Some, UFC fighter or whatever, and he's like, yo, I need all this stuff or I'm going to get murdered.
Yeah.
So he, convinces his girlfriend to take everything beforehand.
We need to bang all the time.
And then we're just gonna be like, see, it can happen. It can't bust me.
Sounds like a really good excuse just to have sex with your girlfriend all the time.
Yeah, be like, honey, you need to but you're also telling her she's gotta take steroids and testosterone and
hairy boobs.
I know, you're like, it's a trade-off.
Yeah. So
you want me to win, don't you, babe?
Yeah, I don't know. All of a sudden she's gonna have a goatee, and I'm not sure I'm gonna be into it. But
well, now you're not sure. Maybe. She can shave it.
She's a good personality.
Yeah.
What do you want me to do? So I think it's a really cool story. And actually, like I said, I find it interesting how every time an athlete gets in trouble for something that almost 99.9% of them, they all immediately claim that it was just some massive, error in the blood transportation or that something must have slipped in or they took it by accident. They didn't know. And I
went to GNC the other day and I was next to something.
Let me get a multivitamin. All of a sudden it had HGH in it. Weird.
I don't know where they get the multivitamins.
Yeah. And for me, one of the issues I have is I have found through the years, maybe you could disprove this off the top of your head, but I have found in the years that the athletes that come forward immediately and say, yeah, I'm guilty. I'm sorry. Like, I'm really sorry. Like, I thought it would give me an edge. And I thought if I took it in a small amount, maybe it would be something that nobody would care or would notice. And now I feel an idiot. Yeah. People that do that, I have a hard time remembering who they even are.
Yeah.
I have a hard time remembering
caring,
that they cheated because you don't even hear their names brought up.
All right. I'm going to do a quick one.
Okay.
2 different athletes, same sport. Mark McGwire, thoughts?
Yikes.
Are you like against him?
Not as much as I am against Barry Bonds.
That was going to be my second one.
Yeah.
And Barry Bonds to this day
still says he
still says.
Why don't you just come out and say it? You'd probably be in the Hall of Fame if you said it already. If you said, yeah, I cheated, but like people are like, okay, but he didn't cheat his whole career. If you came out and said, look, I cheated from these 2 years or this third year, and then I stopped doing it because I was already big enough and I just kept it there, maybe. But for me to like, sorry, I was just laughing because my head just starts pumping shit in, and the first thing I pumped in was his girlfriend in court telling the judge that his testicles were small, and I never forget that. I'll never forget it because I thought it was the most. I don't know how to say it, like opinionated, odd question I've maybe ever heard directed at somebody. Can you tell me a little bit about like his junk size? Did it get bigger or smaller? And she, without a doubt, she's like, oh, his balls are smaller. And you're like, whoa, dude. Like that's, to me, that was one of the most weird exchanges you'll ever hear.
Yes, Senator, his testicles are small.
Right.
Like, you're like, what?
Right. If you don't know if you're supposed to be taking testosterone or HGH, it's supposed to make them smaller. So I guess that was why the question, but I don't know. It seems like if it was like a bitter ex-girlfriend, it'd be like a really great time to throw a jab. Yeah. I don't know why. You're like, oh, it was small. I just feel like that'd be a great time. So that always makes me laugh. But
they call him Barry Baby Balls.
Right. Yeah, you don't want to be that guy. But Barry Bonds to me, like everybody always points out the same thing. You go back to like his rookie year and you go back to midway. Okay, right. But men's bodies develop and at some point they get bigger. But both of these guys, Mark McGwire and Barry Bonds, seem to get bigger and stronger in a way that it was like, oh, we haven't seen anything like this in 50 years, and now you guys are blowing records out of the ball. And it just happened so fast that I think a lot of people were like, let's pump the brakes on this. Are these guys doing this legally? And they're huge all of a sudden. Yeah. You don't even rarely see baseball players that size anymore.
For a reason, I think.
I mean, the biggest person I can think of is Giancarlo Stanton. Is that his name?
Yeah,
Giancarlo Stanton. Giancarlo Stanton. I always want to say it 40 different ways.
Yeah. Giancarlo.
Yeah, Giancarlo Stanton. I know, I hear it all different ways. Giancarlo Stanton, whatever. He's huge. The dude's ripped. He's massive. But when you look at him without like a shirt on, like in all these,
Yeah, I was thinking like maybe a Mike Trout.
Mike Trout, right? Mike Trout's been the same size though, right? He looks exactly the
same.
He
was like 18 and
yoked, right?
And then just stayed yoked.
Exactly. And so you look at somebody like that, you look at somebody like Giancarlo Stanton, and they take off and they're ripped, but it looks real. There's nothing about it that seems off.
I've met a guy that's that ripped.
Right. Yeah, right. I've seen people like that. When you look at Barry Bonds and you see the shoulders and the chest and the traps and these things that like take years to develop and they're just huge. Those are muscles that these baseball players are not often pushing that hard. So it's just weird that they're that big. It was weird. But again, I also thought of that baseball player, and I can't, he's from Minnesota, Braun.
Oh yeah, Ryan Braun.
He
was MVP, right?
Right,
and then literally the next season started with like an 80-game suspension.
Right, some massive suspension, which I think it was like an 80-game suspension. And it's like he came out immediately and was like, yeah, I cheated. And everybody's like, oh, okay, well. And then like the next year, or he came back and was like, how are people going to remember this? Whenever he hits a ball now on SportsCenter, they don't even mention it. He just hits it, they move on. They're like, hey, Braun's having a good year. Nobody even cares. I think of. There's an MMA fighter that just got hit really hard with like a year suspension, and I can't think of his name off the top, but he was really, really a good fighter. Again, immediately, I almost TJ Dillashaw.
I was gonna say
his name,
constantly.
Yeah, but he never admits to anything.
Yeah.
TJ Dillashaw, really great fighter, smaller guy. Definitely thought that he was losing a step, I guess, and he said that's why he did it. But when they came out with the drug test, there was never a denial. It was an immediate apology, and immediately I know I messed up. And he said, I'm gonna take this year to change the way I do things. That should always be the response because I now have respect for you. And it's odd to me that somebody could do something wrong and I gain more respect for you because of it. But I think that when somebody does something wrong, we find that human. When you apologize and you make it right, we find that difficult to do ourselves, so we find it impressive,
Okay. What are your thoughts on Lance Armstrong?
Solid question. So I've started the documentary with Lance. I will say I think there's two aspects to the story. Him as a person and him as an athlete, in my opinion. him as a person, he's still, I think, horrible. I still feel it through the TV that I don't like you.
Yeah, I think that was the whole thing is like, you didn't realize like he was just like out there like suing people that were
blackmailing,
like doing all this stuff to like keep his name clean, even though he knew he was cheating.
Mm-hmm.
If he had come out and been like, yeah, we're all doping, everybody's doping, I'm the best still.
Right. I think we would have a different view. People would have shattered him at the moment.
Yeah. I think it's basically in cycling, it's like, do you even care?
I'm saying you look at him as, I think he's the #1 best example for what I'm saying. It took him a decade to come clean, and people never let him live it down for that. Also, people don't let him live it down because of the fact that he was rude about it and nasty and arrogant, and he called everybody stupid for even bringing it up and all this kind of stuff. But when I look at him as like an athlete, that's why I want to say first that I don't think he's a good person. And I don't think he's changed as much as he wants people to believe. I watched this documentary and I'm only a little bit through of it. When I watch it, I don't feel remorse. I feel a little, but I don't feel remorse as much as I don't know if this is an environment, but the word "but." Just that's what I feel like when I watch him. Yeah. I know that you guys, I did all this stuff, but really, and he seems justifying it. He seems he's always got a reason that everything happened. There's a reason that we should explain it. There's a reason we should all understand why you went through it. I'd rather him just come out as a man and say, yes, I messed up so badly. It's way more human. It's way more relatable. But one of the things that they touch on in this documentary, which I think is really cool, is when he was young, he was already driven and in shape more than a normal kid would be. So his mom put him in put him on the swim team at like 11 or something, and he couldn't swim. Like she put him on the swim team. He said he was embarrassed. Coach said within 3 weeks, this kid was as good as anybody in the pool. Within 6 months, that he was still 12 or 13, he had to be swimming with the 16-year-olds. He was that much better than everybody in the pool. So it was like, okay, yeah, maybe you don't like him as a person, but his athleticism is there. And then they said at 15, he goes and he'd never done a triathlon before, 15 or 16. And he said, I want to do a triathlon. So this triathlon was taking place, but it was a professional triathlon. He had never done one before, so they start him with just a bunch of B groupers. Right off the jump, these are professional triathletes, people that do it all the time. Right off the bat, he's in the head with all the good people. He ends up finishing second in that race with people that dominate this stuff year in and year out. He comes second. His name's all through the paper. People are talking about, is this kid special? How did he do this? They said that the paper barely even mentioned. They didn't even have a picture of the winner. It just showed this kid. Yeah. All the papers were like, this 15-year-old almost won this thing. So when I hear that, I truly believe, and I've talked about this on the show, real talent, real athleticism, real, ability to play a sport always bleeds through. If for whatever reason, all of a sudden they make a crazy shot and you're like, oh man, and then they do it again. You're like, oh, okay, I see it now. It's there. Yeah. 15 years old, he's almost winning a triathlon against grown-ass men. It's been there since he was 5. He's just good at that. His cardio is just there, So I think he probably was an elite athlete, or he is.
I don't think, that's the thing is, I don't think anyone's denying his eliteness. Mm-hmm. Because I think they said, you had to go down to, 30th place before you got somebody who wasn't popped for, doping.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I think they said the top 30% of people were doping.
So it's at that point,
against all the people that
also
would be...
they're cheating.
Right, they're all cheating at the same level.
Or maybe even more than him.
Right, who knows?
And they're still not able to beat him.
Right.
So he was...
The best.
The best.
Yeah.
But the problem is, you come out and you say, unfortunately, due to my desire to win, overrode my good sense and my morals. That's it.
Yeah, I agree with that. I also, though, I think the real truth is something that people don't want to talk about. When you're in his time, when he's trying to be the best, all of a sudden somebody comes along and says, we can do X, Y, and Z. And what's X, Y, and Z? Oh, okay, so we can pump your blood full of oxygen, so that way when you reach those deep cardio moments, you actually already have oxygenated blood so that you will recover faster and you won't need as much lung strength, so that way you can literally outpedal these people. Oh, okay, is it illegal? Kind of, but if we do it this way, you should be fine. Okay, what about this? Oh, it'll make you stronger. Is it illegal? Well, if they test you for it. I mean, I'm saying, okay, that early in your career, you're trying to make a name for yourself, and the guy tells you that everybody's doing it, dude. 50% of the field's doing it. I'm not trying to be that guy, but that's hard to say no to anybody, bro. Anybody would look at that and say, man, I can get a huge jump, and it's 50-50 whether it's even illegal. I don't know. I think
and, so say you're going, and you're like, nah, I'm not doing it. And then you're losing all these races.
Right. Yeah. Essentially, yes. And that's actually...
And you're just like you're like in the same tent and you just watch this dude like inject blood into his legs.
Right, yeah.
And then he just like goes and out pedals you and you're like,
I don't have a chance against this guy.
Yeah.
You know? So, yeah, that's how I feel. I feel like, what's going on in society is very similar in the sense that I think some of the things are fair to judge him on. But I also think if you put yourself in his shoes and ask yourself honestly, if you were trying to be a professional athlete at something, and they told you that half of the field was already doing X, and it was given, and that's those, and you looked, and of those people, 30 of the 50 were all doing it in the top 50, you're like, okay, well, if I don't do it, then I can't be at the top. They said that there was nobody in the top 10 not doing it.
yeah.
So,
like you literally couldn't win.
you couldn't win if you weren't doing it. So it's like either... what are the two options? The two options are you call out every single person you know and tell the entire world that the entire sport is corrupt and cheating, or you do it yourself.
Yeah.
And I do understand. Look, I'm saying I understand he made the wrong choice, but I'm also saying you put yourself in his shoes. I think the temptation
And then I think
there is
it's
really
easier
strong.
and easier every time you do it.
100%. All of a sudden, you're like, look, I've been doing it for 10 years. I haven't gotten caught. There's no way this is even a problem. So, I think there's something there. I will continue to watch the rest of it, and I'll let you know what I really think about him. But that story stood out to me. A 15-year-old winning a triathlon against people that do it every year is like, look, man, he wasn't injecting blood then. He just was in really good shape, and his body is able to handle something weird like that. It's just like almost built to do it.
Well, like that's the thing. Like I could take every performance-enhancing drug at the same time pump them in during the race.
He'd
everything.
still beat me right now, right?
He beat me so badly.
Right, for sure. It's like I said, it's a genetic thing. It's honestly, it's like anything. You look at somebody and you go, man, that guy's got really good hand-eye coordination. He probably learned a little bit as a kid, but it's probably a lot genetic. You look at a guy that can jump and touch the rim. It's like, okay, yeah, he probably works on it, but genetically, he's also got a little more bounce in his step than I do.
He's 6'8".
Yeah, right. So he's just better at certain things. This guy, I think, is better. So I think the cheaters tend to get. Like the harsher, the people that don't admit they're cheating tend to get the harshest punishments, I think.
Like, I think of, like, Ricky Williams, who technically like,
just smoked weed.
Smoked weed and, like, kept getting tested and popped and everything. And he was the best football player in the wrongest time.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
If he was playing now, nobody give a shit.
No, I agree. It's the same thing for, what's his name? The guy that came out of Baylor that was a really good, Josh
Norman?
Nope.
Johnson?
Gordon.
Gordon.
That's a hard name to start with. Josh.
Yeah.
Josh Gordon came out of Baylor, super talented wide receiver. Everywhere he went, he showed promise, but he smoked weed all the time. So he just kept getting suspended from teams. Everybody's like, this guy's like a troublemaker. And it's like, is he a troublemaker or is he just like smoking pot? But also, if you actually ask these NFL players, they say like 40-50% of them are smoking pot.
Yeah.
It's just they were better at hiding it than he is.
Well, that or once you get a certain name,
then you're tested all the time.
Then you're tested all the time.
I agree with that 100%. Now, also, just while we're talking sports, I don't know if you know this. Redskins got RG3 out of the same year, or the same group of people.
As your favorite quarterback, Kirk Cousins.
Yeah. Also, though, that guy, Josh Gordon, was on that team. And I'm telling you, from somebody that likes football, that looks back at RG3, if you go back and look at the film, Josh Gordon's the reason RG3 was like at least to a next level. This guy was always open, jumping into the air, grabbing things, making everything look like RG3 had thrown some magnificent ball when probably 75% of the normal receiver wouldn't have made that play. So I think there's something to be there said for that. That's actually a case in multiple different quarterbacks that I've seen over the years come out and people are like, wow, this person's really good. And then you go look at their actual team. You're like, oh, Mike Evans was his wide receiver.
Yeah,
that makes sense. That's why he was so good, right? So it kind of makes sense. Any other sports we got? Okay, so also real quick, let's move on with the Major League Baseball.
So you got to fill me in because this was new to me.
Yeah, the commissioner came out and said that he is very pessimistic now and doesn't believe that they will be able to get a full season done.
A full season?
There will be no baseball in 2020.
I was going to say there's...
Right. Not, I mean, just any season.
The shot of a full season is insane.
No season.
Yeah.
He's saying he's very pessimistic and doesn't believe that there's any chance they have any season. Now, I'm going to paraphrase this as fast as I can because nobody wants to listen to it if you know the story already, but they have been going back and forth. The players' unions and Major League Baseball have been going back and forth. The problem is they agreed to pay these players X dollars. And now they're saying, yeah, but your season is cut short, so we're going to cut your pay short. And most people are saying, yeah, but you didn't play those games, you don't get that money. Okay, but an athlete's time is, limited to most sports 3 to 5 years, right?
Yeah.
It's in and out. So if you've told me that if I come to this team, you're going to pay me X amount of dollars, and now I'm here, and now you're telling me you're going to pay me half that, I understand. I truly, to my core, understand both sides. It's like, yeah, dude, well, you didn't play the games. I'm not going to pay you full amount. It's like, okay, yeah, but you agreed to pay me that. Even if I got hurt, I'd still make that money, right?
That's
like,
where I think the
like,
big thing is for me. Like, because on a surface level, I'm like, yeah, if you play half the games, you should get half the money. But if I get injured and miss half the games, I still get all that money.
And I think most people's issue is that,
and I get they're crazy huge contracts for the most part. The people that are really complaining, or at least that are getting put out in the media, are these guys that are. You're like, oh, you're complaining because you're only getting $40 million.
yeah.
Like,
yeah, and that's hard for people to understand.
Hard.
It is. I truly understand. That's really hard for people to understand. But I think if you dug in, if you had done, let's say you've been working for this for 15 years, you finally got on a team, and the entire offseason all you did was grind and spit and bleed and sweat, and finally you got this awesome contract, and you finally did it, and somebody recognizes what you're worth, and you go to this team and you get a quarter of it, and it's like, okay, well, that really does feel like you've accomplished nothing. It feels like there's probably a big letdown. Now, again, my problem with it is, if they're not having games, if they're not having fans, if people aren't buying jerseys, where do you want them to come up with that money, right? But I also, you know me, I'm not going to sit here and coddle to the rich. I have a hard time imagining somebody doesn't have the money either. Also, I have a really hard time imagining, because everybody that owns a sports team is a billionaire. It's like you literally can't own one without being a billionaire almost. So you're a billionaire. They're asking you probably total for like $200 million in salary. I understand that's a lot of money.
But you're getting money.
Right.
Like, you're still getting revenue from all the games they're going to broadcast. You're still going to get some money coming in.
I just don't know how they solve it, because I don't know. They said that they're really far apart. But what you also got to understand is the baseball MLB, at least for me, they are, I don't want to say bluffing, but they're projecting strength. What they're saying, him coming out and saying, I don't think we're going to have baseball this year, to me, is a PR chess move. Yeah. Him saying, okay, fine.
It's because of the players.
Okay, fine. Guys, want your full money. We're just not going to have a season at all, and you're not going to make anything. That, to me, that's the undertone there. So he's saying, if you guys want to be picky and bitch over your money, then I'm not going to give you anything. I don't know, man. I think that's how you lose people permanently. As like a commissioner.
Baseball's already on the down.
Now, also in news, in that same baseball news, the Supreme Court has ruled that because in 2017, the Yankees and I believe the Red Sox were both investigated for cheating. There was some findings. The teams were slapped with fines on the wrists or whatever. Mm-hmm. But those findings were sealed. They were court sealed, so nobody has any idea about like what actually happened. The Supreme Court has ruled that they can't seal that. They're not allowed to seal that. It has to be public information. So that just happened on Friday. So I'm waiting to see if we learn that a few teams have actually been cheating for many years. You know what I mean? I'm kind of curious to see what happens to that.
So my thought is Major League Baseball really needs to just pay these guys. The team should be responsible for whatever percentage of the season's played, and then the rest should be Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
Like if you have, we'll say, $1 million contract and they play a half a season, the team should have to pay $500,000, and Major League Baseball should be making up that other, because they're the ones who are making the real money on all the rights and the commercials and all that. And I get it from the team perspective, because they make a lot of their money from the fans being at the stadium. Mm-hmm. And if they're not there, then the teams are really the ones losing money. Major League Baseball isn't losing money.
Right.
Well, they're going to lose money because they're not showing it nearly as many games and all that other stuff.
But the owner's also going to lose money because, like you said, there's no refreshments, there's no jersey sales, there's no any of that stuff happening, and where they really do make a lot of money. It comes back to the same argument of like when you look at like American Airlines or something, and it's like, oh, they don't have business for a week and they're bankrupt. It's like, how, dude? How, as a sports team, you guys bring in $1 zillion a year. These tickets are $150 to go to a game. It's $40 for parking. It's $10 a beer. It's $8 a hot dog, and I get taxed 25 cents a square for toilet paper. Why are y'all broke, man? Why all of a sudden? Why every time money is asked for, they're penny pinched to the wall? It tells me that they take that money and they put it somewhere else, or they put it in a vacation home.
I'd be curious. I'd be curious if, damn it, I'm thinking, but something with the teams, obviously.
Yeah, like I said,
just
like I said, okay. So like I said, I feel like I want to agree with the players. I want to be on their side because for the most part, I feel like they end up getting they tend to get the raw end of the stick most of the part because the MLB, they have the PR people. They have the people that can come out and make these crafty little moves. They're the ones that can come out and bash players, kind of surreptitiously, and not really make it look like that's what they're doing.
Now I remember what I was thinking. I wonder if specific teams could come out and say, "We'll pay you."
Yeah, make themselves look like
heroes.
Yeah.
Like if say like the Red Sox came out and said like, "Oh, we'll pay our players full salaries even if it's a half season."
Yeah, then it's gonna domino.
These billionaire dudes are not gonna like turn on each other because they don't ever.
No, that's true. Like I said, I think, in my opinion, as the commissioner, for him to come out and say he's pessimistic, I don't think he even realizes you're the one that looks stupid.
Yeah.
Like, okay, maybe you come out and you think you're bashing the players, but I think you're the one that looks like a dumbass because you're the commissioner now. Under your reign, there's been a massive cheating scandal, and you're about to miss an entire season of baseball. So, okay, dude, look, I understand that maybe you're not on the sides of the players, but you better fucking lean over to their side then, bro, because you already look like a shyster of a commissioner. You already look like you're not doing your job.
I just don't think it could be in any way, shape, or form Major League Baseball's advantage to not have a season.
Right, I agree, and I'm saying, right.
Maybe you take it on the chin dollars-wise this season because you're paying them, but you need a product.
There is already a massive decline in baseball. They said, and this was last year, but they said in the World Series, and this is not true for just this World Series. It's been true for years. They said this World Series, last World Series, the World Series before that, has been beaten ratings-wise by literally everything.
Yeah.
Thursday Night Football, game 2 of some of these basketball, matchups. It's been beaten by golf Sundays. It literally is getting beat by every other sport. So it's like, this is not a great one. Now you have these people just strapped at home, ready for a sport, and now you pick to be like penny pinchy.
Yeah.
You are just going to lose fan after fan after fan. And it's like, I guarantee baseball will have their diehards. I know they will. But if you want regular casual viewers to get involved, it is not. You guys have really made yourself look stupid in the last 6 months. So anyway, that's I think that's our sports talk. Would you say?
I think we talked about sports enough.
Sports. That's it. That's what we got for you. All right. What else we got? Let's do.
I got one for you.
All right, hit me.
Your dog.
Hey, that's right. Okay, so we want to do a news.
Let me get rid of these actors here.
Yeah. We want to do a segment here on the show. Because we're trying to think of positive things, man. The news is so damn depressing that we're trying to bring some levity into this podcast. I thought, who doesn't like looking at pictures of dogs? Every time I look at a picture of a dog, I'm like, yeah, I love that dog. I wish I had a dog. I love that dog. I wish I had that dog. So we thought we're going to do maybe called the Daily Dog, and we're going to put dogs up on screen that have good pictures, funny pictures, quirky, and then we're going to tell you what we think their life story is. But what we want is, if you're listening to the podcast, if you have a funny picture of your dog, you have a funny, even if it's a cat, you have a funny picture of your animal, send it in to us.
Not a bird.
Not a bird. No.
It's not a pet.
Not a hamster, not a snake. I don't want any of that shit. Send me a dog or maybe a cat. And have it doing something ridiculous. Have it look good. I don't care. Maybe it's just sitting outside laying in the grass. I don't care. And we'll tell you what's going on. Let me see this dog here. There he is, dude. I love this guy. So if you guys can't see it on the podcast, it is looks to be some kind of pit bull. He's wearing a post office hat.
Yeah, he's got a mailman outfit on.
And he's got a full mailman outfit on.
Even a package.
He's looking dead into the camera. He's holding a package. Obviously, his owner set this entire thing up. This dog's face, though, is screaming, what the hell am I doing? But also, if you had to put a personality on this guy, if you had to say this guy's a real life human being, what is he doing?
All right. So are we playing in the outfit or are we playing this dog?
No, you got to play the outfit. Yeah.
All right. So this outfit, his name is Harold.
Yeah.
He's been divorced at least 2 times, possibly 3. Living in his parents' basement. Has a collection of some sort of swords, I'd guess.
Swords? Okay.
Yeah, collects swords.
Okay.
Not real swords though, like battle swords that are like inexpensive, but like could never actually even like cut through like a soda bottle.
Why do you have Randy Jackson's autograph on a martial arts weapon?
Right.
Was I not going to get his autograph? Okay.
Exactly. And has been working at the post office for 27 years. Still actually delivering packages because they don't trust him behind the counter after a few too many poor incidents.
Okay. I see him as a guy with very big hands. I see him with a guy that's a little rough around the edges, still says inappropriate shit every now and again. Has been working this job, like you said, for so long that he just hates every single person. Every single thing about his job, he hates that he's got this hat on. I don't know. I just love this dog. If you guys can get a picture of him, maybe we'll post that on the story too, so you guys can see this dog. He's awesome. What do you feel about people dressing up dogs like this, though?
If it's an everyday thing, I got a problem. If this happens to be a Halloween picture, I have no problem. If it's just every now and then, I got no problem.
So if you're dressing your dog like this every day for like your own humor,
Yeah, not cool.
not cool. I agree. Same thing with your baby. I don't like when people like. There's a video we saw the other day of like a 3-year-old on like a skateboard, and he was like riding down these steps and did it like 15 times before he got it. And I'm like, he literally was 3 years old.
Yeah,
I'm like, okay,
I don't need that.
No. You don't need. I don't want to watch kids rolling down. Yeah, it's like the parents pushing them too hard. You know. All right, what else we got here? Let's do the green screen.
All right, yeah. So we're gonna play another game.
All right, how do I do this? I gotta look away somewhere.
So yeah, I'm gonna leave camera. I'm gonna leave frame. I'm gonna come over here.
All right.
You
You have to take your mic with you.
Yeah. So I gotta make sure.
So what we're gonna do while Lamb sets this up is
hold on.
we're completely ripping this idea off, but essentially what we want to do is kind of a whose line is it anyway type thing. What we're gonna do is Lamb's gonna throw a green screen up.
I don't see the screen. All right, sorry.
I can see that.
Yeah, for now.
That's
fine.
Should I turn the screen though after you say it? Yeah.
There we
So
go.
what Lamb's gonna do is he's gonna pull a green screen up. I can't see what that green screen is. I'm gonna turn all these monitors away from me. I can't see.
I'm over here.
What's that?
I said I'm over here.
Yeah. Okay. So Lamb's over there. I can't see this green screen, and I'm gonna be able to ask questions and see. I'm gonna start trying to guess what's behind me here. If this is a podcast and you're listening in, sorry, you're gonna have to tune in. You're gonna have to be on the same page with me. You're gonna have to try to take some guesses
If listening on the podcast, try and guess what's going on
behind me.
behind Nick.
All right. So
All right.
you let me know when I'm up and ready, and I'll turn this TV the other way.
Oh, hold on. I got to turn down the volume, or it might give it away.
This one now?
Nah.
Okay.
No, just the.
Bluetooth.
Yeah, just the. All right.
I'll close my eyes. Get it all ready, and I'll have my eyes closed.
All right. So you got your eyes closed. I had to double check, make sure it looks right.
Yeah. Get some double checking in there. We are trying. We just want to do some fun games, and I don't know why. Ever since high school, ever since college, really forever. I love an improv. I love anything random on the top of your head, just having some fun. So today,
All right. So we're good. I'm gonna minimize. There we go.
eyes are
All right,
still
you can open up those eyes.
okay.
All right. So.
People at home or people viewing this can see it, but I can't. And Lamb knows exactly what's going on behind me. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. So I'm going to ask questions, and I'm going to try and figure out what's behind me. Let's say I got about 2 minutes. So if I can't get it in 2 minutes, or let's at some point I'm going to try and take a guess.
Yeah.
All right. All right. First question. Am I in immediate danger right now?
Immediate? No. They're
That's good enough. I can take that. I'll
okay.
take it.
I was just gonna say that. Yeah, they're something's going on that's
Right.
keeping the attention.
Right. I hear you. Okay. Yeah. Let me ask you this. Is this something that happens all the time?
Yes, definitely all the time.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Okay.
It's getting bad.
What's getting okay? It's getting bad. Should I duck or am I?
If you could move, I think it would be best.
To the right? Am I over here?
Toward the screen, away from the screen.
Okay. Is there some kind of animal creature behind me?
Oh, definitely.
Okay. Am I in the woods?
No.
Am I in public?
No.
Am I in the water?
Near the water.
Near the water?
Yeah. Yep.
Is there an alligator?
No. No alligators.
Okay. Is there some kind of mating going on?
No mating.
No mating.
I hope not. I really hope not.
I have no idea what's going on. Is there humans also in this?
No humans.
Wow. Okay. Is there fire anywhere?
No fire. Should be.
Should be. Okay.
Yeah, it'd probably make things a lot better.
Okay. I am so lost. Is there Is there some kind of festival or activity?
No festivals.
No festivals.
No people. No festivals.
Am I at a zoo?
No.
Um,
It has changed. This is a compilation, so
Okay.
apparently it has changed.
well, just back it up if you can.
No, it's all right. We can move on to this. It's the same. They're all the same genre.
Am I in a horror flick?
Oh boy. I think we got to change this thing. I don't want to watch it anymore.
Oh my God, it's getting weird.
It's getting bad.
Get it out of here. My eyes are closed.
Yeah, we're gonna call that
Yeah,
one.
all right.
I don't like this video enough.
All right, back it up.
It's been on too long anyway.
All right,
that
what
was
do we
like
got?
3 minutes.
All right, what do you got here?
It was animals attacking.
Animals attacking.
Yeah.
Okay, go back to the beginning. Let me see what the beginning was.
It was.
What was I actually talking over?
It was hyenas like straight murdering this thing.
Oh my God, I was actually in danger, dude. I was
Yeah.
definitely in danger.
Yeah, it was really not. It was not pleasant at all.
Okay, gotcha.
It was way worse than I thought it would be.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and be a little more lighthearted with
Yeah.
the things moving forward.
Yeah. I got attacked by an animal there, viciously. Vicious animal attack. All right, I got you. That's fun. I love it. I want to do more of that. I want to do it right back to you as well. I want to put some weird stuff on your screen for you.
I don't trust you in the least.
Well, as well
for
you
weird stuff. When it comes to weird stuff.
As well, you shouldn't. All right, what else we got today, man? We got like a couple more things, and we're gonna get out of here. Oh, you know what? We do got to do my petty story, but we also, I'd like to do a product review at some point.
All right.
Okay, so
hold on. I'm gonna pull up this product. You bought it on Amazon, right?
that's right.
So hold on.
So what we're gonna do is during this Amazon thing, we're trying things out. I've gotten the habit of buying new things. I'm trying new foods. I'm trying new drinks. I'm, changing some things. This is called Vibo Back Support. Vibo Back. There it is. It's a back posture corrector. Okay. There it is. It's very similar to one of these. Yeah, like that one right there.
This one?
Yeah.
All right, so we'll zoom in on this guy.
So on this thing, it's essentially what it is. I'm holding it right here, okay? So what I thought it was going to do is this schmucky guy to the right here in the orange, I thought it was going to be like that. I thought it was going to pull my shoulders back because I hunch and I slouch and my posture is similar to a 4-year-old. It's awful. So I thought if I could have this thing constantly reminding me to pull my back up, it would probably help my posture. So I buy this thing because it says on there, a women's size and a man's size. That was it. One size fits all male, apparently. That's what I was told. I can't even get this thing on my shoulders.
This one has sizes, so maybe that's not the right one to be looking at. But
Yeah,
let's see if we got one
I
that says
think-
like one size fits all.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably a little closer to.
Okay, this is not the way it was supposed to fit. But
So this is what you were looking for.
there I am on the left right now. I'm looking for the guy on the right. You know what I mean? And
Look at him. He's got a thumbs up. He's so happy.
Nobody slouches like that. That's absurd.
I've seen people slouch like
His
that.
knees
It's
are
terrible.
bent now.
I know.
So it's absurd. Okay, so that's more correct. I thought that one looked a little bit more like actually how people slouch. And I know it's bad for my back. I have back pain. I figured this would work. But what I'm trying to say is one size does not fit all. I
don't see. This doesn't have like a size thing.
That's what I'm saying. Apparently, I'm supposed to fit into this.
Yeah, this
thing.
one says universal.
Universal, dude. That is such a broad term for something. Universal. I'm 6'3", dude, and about 200 pounds. This thing couldn't fit on my leg. I'm supposed to pull my back straight. Lamb tried to fit it on his own time. We couldn't even get it strapped. So that's 2 grown men it doesn't fit on. I don't know what candy ass they're putting this thing on, but it doesn't fit all men, and it pisses me off. What we're going to do is every week we're going to try and bring something in here that we like or don't like, and we're going to talk about it. So if you got a back brace that works, shout me out, because I'm looking for something to really straighten my back out that actually.
There's a thing I've seen. I want to see if I can find it. But it's a thing you glue to your back, and it's an app, and it shocks you every time you slouch.
Right. So I did look at this. I thought
you did?
I did.
Yeah.
I thought that was maybe be an option for me. But
what's it called? Like,
here's my issue, though. I don't. This is gonna sound such stupid. I don't know what I'm like. I don't know all the time what I'm doing wrong. Like I know that I'm slouching, and I know that I'm not sitting correctly, but if something was buzzing me every time my posture was wrong, I feel like it might buzz all day until I found that perfect spot, and I wouldn't even know what I was doing. So
get into this with images. I'm sure it's in there somewhere.
What's that?
There it is.
Yeah,
it's upright to go. Posture corrector.
Stop slouching in 14 days. That's what it says, huh? How much does this thing cost?
How much you guess?
I don't know. Dude, $100? Yeah, they put it on your back, and every time you do your back goes in the wrong position, it zaps you.
It's on sale right now. Look at that. Boom, $85.
$85. Damn, dude.
And
what a steal.
It's just like this. See?
It's like a dog collar for
you
humans.
Slouch, boom.
Zaps you.
Yeah. I hope it's
How
like.
does it know I'm slouched?
I don't know. Maybe it's just like it tilts, like it moves enough, like it can tell.
I just don't trust that technology. It's like the same thing with your phone. It's like, yeah, it's supposed to count.
See, it's a little thing goes with your a little charger thing, and then
I don't want to be zapped, dude.
I don't think it zaps you. I think it maybe buzzes. I think it's like a vibrate feature. It's not like, yeah, I really would love it if it was a zapper. I would pay more money for that, especially if it had the option to just like auto zap, and I could be in charge of like every time you slouch.
Yeah, that would just be zapped all day. No, but yeah. So that's my review. I think it's garbage, and I want to get another one. So I just legitimately, we're gonna do some fun ones. We're gonna try and get some more items, more drinks, more food in here. Real quick, let's go ahead and end on the classic.
Petty story of the week.
That's right. We gotta end on a petty story of the week. Now this is a real quick one. You guys might have heard about it. Actually,
This is one I brought to Nick's attention,
Yes.
and I loved it.
yeah. So it was.
I'm gonna see if I can find it to pull up alongside while you.
It was Donald Trump's birthday the other day, correct?
yesterday.
Yesterday. It was Donald Trump's birthday yesterday, Sunday. And apparently...
It's literally the #1 thing when I typed it in
Really?
on Google.
Okay. So apparently it was his birthday, and I don't know how they did this, but Twitter decided that on that day they were going to do it to...
All right, so I'm gonna throw this up behind.
They decided they were going to call this, what, Obama Day?
Yeah. So they decided to, instead of celebrating Trump's birthday, they wanted to make June 14th Obama Day, and also to celebrate all birthdays matter.
Like I said, we tried to be super political, but I'm saying somebody's trying to change it to Obama Day the same day as his birthday. I think that is so fucking petty, dude. That's like 1,000 on the petty scale.
Yeah.
It's like
It's as petty as I've ever
they
heard.
could have done it one day after and it would still piss people off,
Yeah.
right? Like the day of is such an obvious
See,
shot.
look at that. Boom. Yeah, Twitter went crazy.
Several phrases begin trending. Obama Appreciation Day, Obama Day USA, Happy Birthday Obama. So they made an effort to make that Twitter. Like I said, the political world has gotten
Hashtag all birthdays matter.
so crazy petty recently. We try not to do it, but it is. People are saying all birthdays
Good old
matter.
George Takei.
Yeah, people
Out
saying,
there. I love him.
Yeah, so I did think that was funny in the sense that somebody's taking it really, really petty, and you can kind of do whatever you want on the internet. But I'm sure there are people that don't think it's that funny. So anyway, man, what else you got? And Lamb, you want to say anything to the viewers out there? Say thank you. Not really.
Follow us.
Follow us. Yeah.
Yeah, click those follow buttons. Always appreciate it. The Two Dumb Idiots on Twitter, #2. Make sure you get us on Twitch. Make sure you get us everywhere. We really appreciate it. Really trying to get it out there.
We do, and I'm going to keep messing up my hair and doing weird shit with it, so we'll keep you posted on
Until I shave his head.
until he shaves my head. It's some kind of bet we're going to get into. So, but as always, man, what's up?
I was going to say, I don't know what my loss is going to be. If yours is shaving your head, I don't know how we're going to make that even.
I don't know, because I mean, at some point, I'm just going to want to shave my head. This is getting ridiculous. Like, I literally have
Have
hair.
you ever had a shaved head? Like a 1 or a 2, like on the whole thing?
Oh, yeah. In high school, I rocked it.
I'm
Oh, no, in high
just
school.
saying, I've never seen it.
I rocked a high school. I rocked a #2 all over, faded down to a 1. I had it all lined up. I even rocked an earring in high school.
You were so cool.
That was so not cool.
Wow.
I had an earring for like nine months because I had a girlfriend that said, you could look really cute with like an earring, like a stud in your ear.
Yeah,
All right, cool. I'm in. I'll get a diamond earring. This is dope. I had it for like 9 months. I was like, I get rid of this thing. I feel like a loser. We try. Everybody tries shit, right? I had baggy jeans. I had Jinko jeans. Everybody had all the dumb shit, Anyway, but anyway, guys. Try to keep it short and sweet for you guys today. And like I said, if you guys are liking any of this, I'm telling you, get on this Twitch. Even if you don't even know what it is, download the app, look for the Two Dumb Idiots, and when we go live, it'll tell you. You can just jump on here. Anything that you're thinking in your head today, you're like, man, I wish I could say that. You can say it. You can jump in the chat and talk with us. So please do that for us if you haven't. But as always, man, if you're listening, you've listened to all of them, we really, really appreciate it, man. We really do. Having a blast doing it.
Thank you, guys.
I'm Nick.
Kevin.
We're Two Dumb Idiots.
Yeah, I mean, I've been called dumb once or twice in my life.
End it.